Good morning there, girl with MS here. Happy morning. How are you guys doing today? Um, I don't know how your summer has been. I realize it's October, almost the middle of October. We're just now beginning to get fall in the air here in Southern California. It's still a little warm, but much cooler at night. Leaves are starting to change, it's actually quite beautiful. But over this summer, I myself have, one, put on way too much weight. Um, it really is just a mark of how much fun I had this summer. I had a great summer. I know we've talked a lot about it, the different events, different friends I saw, different stuff, all the different memories I got to make. And, I think that's a big part in life, is making good memories. And, but these memories, they packed on the pounds. Uh, the other thing too is I noticed that I was really getting in, I wasn't slowing down during the day. My writing, like my journal practice, just writing in a journal, things like that, I wasn't doing. So I implemented the 520 rule or program, and this is what I'm doing. I'm going to, write this down. 520. 520. Okay. So here's what I'm doing is, and you guys can do this any way you want. It could be a 5:15, a 5:10:20, a 5:15:20, whatever you want. But I feel like I need some, or I want some grounding in my life as I get ready to go into the holidays. I don't need to keep putting on the weight. This is now time, it's a little cooler. I could start exercising more outside. Really take this time to appreciate and go into the gratitude and thankfulness that I have in my life. So the 520, what I do each day is I spend 5 minutes writing in my journal, and then I spend 10 minutes reading a book or something not on my iPhone or on my computer, but just a tactile piece of, actual holding a book and reading it. And then I spend 20 minutes exercising. So that's it. Very simple, not a huge commitment, but the idea is that you do it every day. And preferably for me, I'd like to do it before I sit down at the computer. If I can wake up in the morning, there are a few little video games I like to play. I think it helps get my brain going. It helps the synapses start firing. But then I like to write in the journal and pick up a book and read. In fact, yesterday I read for 2 hours in the afternoon. It was utter bliss. Just sat out in the chairs reading. It was so nice. And then 20 minutes of exercise. How easy is that? That's just walking around the block. But my life had gotten so sedentary, I feel like, that I wasn't even getting 20 minutes of exercise each day. And now I'm doing an hour to an hour and a half. Today I hiked 3 miles and then I walked a mile with my dad. And that's huge. A week ago I couldn't have done this. So just this little 20 minutes of exercise every day is helping me say, take that MS. And I need that. I really, really need that right now. Because if I don't exercise, if I don't do something, I'm going to lose it. And we know, we all, with MS, we all know that's a possibility. So my 520 happens to be a 5:10:20, and I do 5 minutes of writing, of journal writing in my journal, 10 minutes of reading a book, breathing deep, remembering to breathe deep through all this. Wow. The whole point is to actually get rid of the shallow breath I've acquired and to regain my deep, more conscientious breathing. So I'm going to start over now that I've grounded a bit. 5 minutes to write in the journal, 10 minutes to read a book from my book, and then 20 minutes of exercise. And when I say exercise, actually what I'm focusing on, and everybody can be different, but for me it's going outside for a stroll. It's not a rapid heartbeat exercise, and I know that that would be really good for me. Well, I say that actually, you guys, I'm so out of shape. I can barely make it up the hill. But uh, it's it's an appreciation walk. So yes, I'm pushing myself physically, but I'm also remembering to open my eyes and lift my head and look around and notice the leaves falling, notice the birds. What is that interesting thing on that plant? Oh my gosh, I found this really interesting pod today, and I'll post a picture later. But it's I didn't know what it was, so I sent it off to our favorite local naturalist, and she informed me it was a praying mantid pod. And just not much later, I actually saw a praying mantis in my backyard, and it was turning gray, like maybe it was getting ready to molt. I'm not really sure. I don't know much about them. And I snapped a picture of that, so I'll post that as well. So here is to an awesome day. Keep contacting me. I love hearing your stories, and I love talking to you. You know, you can always pick up the phone and call, um, and or email or Facebook or something, and let's keep living better together, despite our illness, despite having MS. Uh, Whatever it is we can do, find your 520 and just take little steps, and just watch how those little steps can make such a big difference in your life just after a week of doing them. Breathing deep again. I am feeling much more grounded than I was a week ago, and that feels really good. So you guys, it's been great. Here's to Monday. We love Mondays. Time is almost like springtime, like time to start fresh. You get a new start for the week. How are we going to make this week different? Well, mine is going to be with my 520. So, what is your 520? And while you're thinking about that, let me remind you, hashtag Takethatms. Okay, penmanship was not, never has been my strength, but there you go. Take that, MS. Whoa! Okay, have a good one, you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.